Golden Wildfire. The leader's stratagem. The Alliance army pushes back the Empire at Deirdre, where they receive word that Count Gloucester has rejoined the Alliance. It seems his disloyalty was all part of a deceitful plan. With their position lost, the Imperial army begins to retreat. Claude and his allies press forward, planning to surround them as they flee to Adrestia.
The Imperial forces within the Alliance are currently dispersed between the western part of Regan territory and the northern part of Gloucester lands. They're making a desperate attempt to march south, but Count Gloucester's persistent attacks have slowed their progress.
I would appreciate it if you could be more precise with your language. In fact, my father's tactics have halted the Imperial Army's southward advance.
I'm pretty sure that's what I just said. Anyway, here's where we come in. We'll surround the enemy, cutting off their retreat and cornering them in western Regan territory. Then, we give them a good thrashing.
That's it? Sounds kinda simple if you ask me.
Hey, what more could you want? All the best plans are easy to understand. Trust me, it's a sure win.
Yeah, even I know what's going on now.
We just have to herd the Imperial Army into Western Regan territory and stop them from moving any further south, right?
Couldn't have said it better myself. Just remember that the enemy knows this is their last stand. We have to proceed with caution. I want to finish them off before Count Burgles has a chance to muster a sizable army and mount an attack.
Ferdinand and Bernadetta are leading the Imperial Army, right?
I'm guessing you'd rather not kill them? Believe me, I don't want that either. We may have been in different classes, but they're still our old friends from the Academy. Once our forces are in place, I plan to offer them terms of surrender. But for now, we need to focus on driving their army into a corner.
You got it! I swear on these biceps, I won't let them get away!
I don't know. I'm not convinced it's gonna be that easy. But I guess that's besides the point. We've got to get out there.
You said it. Let's move out.
I can't believe that Count Gloucester betrayed us. The Great Bridge has fallen back into enemy hands.
Now that our troops are trapped on Alliance lands, House Regan and House Gloucester have them surrounded on both sides. It's doubtless one of Claude's clever little stratagems, and it stings.
I don't understand. Everyone is aware of the troubled history between Regan and Gloucester. Why would they decide to bury the hatchet now? Unless this supposed feud is little more than a web Claude has spun for this exact moment.
Perhaps it is, but perhaps not. For all we know, he wants us to overthink the situation and make a greater mistake.
As it stands, Ferdinand's forces are trapped behind enemy lines. The Minister of Military Affairs is moving to recapture the Great Bridge of Murden with all haste. However, I fear he lacks a sufficiently sizable force to do so swiftly enough to reach our isolated comrades before they are crushed.
We cannot stand idly by while our allies are in danger. What are our options, Hubert?
I have already taken the liberty of engaging several promising mercenary companies. I directed them to covertly enter Alliance territory and provide reinforcements to Ferdinand.
Why was I not informed of any of this?
From the very beginning, I had my doubts about Ferdinand and his ability to lead our troops to victory. I employed these mercenaries using my own personal funds, which obviated any need to report it.
And you believe they'll make it to him in time?
I do. It turns out that they are quite familiar with the terrain. I am confident that they will prove well worth the cost of their contracts.
It's funny, Hubert, to think that your complete lack of faith in Ferdinand might be the very thing that saves his life. The world truly is a mysterious place.
Let's talk.
Boy there. Excellent.
My instruction comes at a high price. Don't neglect your daily studies.
Hey, Claude. Looks like you had another one of those meetings. You finally...
For today, yeah. But we're picking up right where we left off tomorrow.
That's a lot of talking. What could possibly call for that much discussion?
Well, first, we need to settle on a direction for the Alliance. And then come all the pesky little details. All responsibilities need to be doled out fairly, but each territory has different resources and different circumstances, you know? So it's tricky to figure out what's really fair. There's no one answer that works across the board.
But you're their leader. Can't you just make a bunch of decisions and get it over with?
No can do, I'm afraid. I may be the leader, but I'm still just one of the 5 Great Lords. Sure, I may be the idea man, but I don't have the authority to enforce anything on my own. On top of all that, most nobles are experts at focusing on what's good for their own territory instead of what would benefit the Alliance as a whole. When priorities clash, the debates just go around and around in endless circles. Makes me wonder if we'll ever reach a consensus on anything.
Hold on. Do you really think you'll win the war like this? You'll always be on the defensive if you can't act decisively.
I hear you, believe me. The process works much better in times of peace. But since we're at war, it's frustrating to say the least. What's worse is that it's near impossible to get a read on the situation. I don't have the foggiest idea how we're going to overcome this. Say, mind if I pick your brain? What would you do in my shoes?
What, me? Well, I guess I'd... You gotta just give him a nice whoosh. Deal with him that way.
Uh-huh. Whoosh. You care to spell that one out for me?
What I'm saying is, why not just get rid of all the talking?
You mean get rid of the Alliance's council altogether?
Exactly. If you give yourself more authority, then it won't take as long to make decisions. It doesn't even have to be permanent. You could go back to the old way once things are peaceful again. But I guess that wouldn't go over too well with the other nobles, huh?
Actually, I think you're onto something. Can't say it hasn't crossed my mind before. If folks at the Round Table just keep looking out for their own territory's interests, we'll be in a world of hurt if the Alliance is ever invaded. I just wish they could see that.
Whoa, are you seriously considering it, Claude?
Of course. Unfortunately, the possibility of it actually happening right now is basically zero, but you've given me a lot to chew on. Let's do this again sometime.
Just say the word. Whew, glad that's finally over.
Oh, hey! Nice job out there.
You too, Hilda. Good to see you back safe and sound.
You think so? I didn't even break a sweat.
Really? Well, I guess we did have the upper hand for most of it.
We sure did. And yet you still charged headfirst into the most contested part of the battlefield. You know, that's why you end up feeling like every battle is some huge ordeal. It's so unnecessary. I know you want to argue. I can see it in your eyes. Living fast and loose is only gonna land you in an early grave.
Well, it's not like I'm trying to live like anything. This is just how mercenaries are. You can't distinguish yourself by hanging around in the back. And if you don't stand out, you don't get paid. People notice you if you do something showy on the front lines. And that can bring in the next job, you know?
You're basically commanding an entire army now? What does recognition matter at this point?
You're probably right. I guess I've just gotten so used to fighting like that, it's hard to change. Aren't there a bunch of mercenaries in Goneril territory? Pretty sure I've heard of a merc company stationed at the Throat.
Yeah, we use mercenaries a lot when we're beating back the Almiran army.
Then I'm sure they're the same as me. Haven't you seen them going all hog wild, competing with each other up at the front?
I've never really fought with them, but I can imagine that they're way different from regular knights. My brother is always going on about how some guy from some mercenary company or other died fighting at his side.
No surprise there. The more a merc makes a show of themselves, the easier it is for the enemy to spot them.
Right? And that's exactly why I'm worried about you. You don't have to stress about grabbing attention and getting paid anymore. So just take it easy, okay? We don't want you dying before your time.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind. It's not like I have a death wish or something. I can't really change my fighting style overnight. But I'll try to keep the recklessness to a minimum. Don't worry. You know, I've never seen a noble worry so much about a mercenary. You just sit back and enjoy the show, all right?
Enjoy the show? Yeah, that sort of talk is so not making me feel any better. Hey, still...
Think it'd be pretty obvious if I wasn't. But yes, I'm back and all in one piece.
Well, that's a relief. However, I noticed your approach to battle hasn't changed one bit. You still charge to the front and dive right into the thick of it.
I was trying to be careful, but I guess it didn't really work.
Well, you are some kind of master soldier, right? I'm starting to think you might not get yourself killed after all.
Huh. So now you approve of my approach? Why the change of heart?
I realized that taking the lead and fighting at the front is exactly what my brother does.
True. And they say Holst is the bravest commander in all of Leicester.
Usually, the commanders stay in the back so they can see the whole battlefield and give orders. But not my brother. Honestly, he can't stand being back there. He has to be leading the charge. That's why I used to worry myself sick every time he went off to battle. But at some point, I'm not sure when, I became convinced that my brother would never die.
What made you think that?
I'm not sure. But it's not like there's anyone out there who can beat him, right? When I realized that, it just seemed like a waste of time to worry about him so much.
If anything, you should be pitying the chumps on the other side.
Precisely. And then I realized it's the same with you. You're just like my brother.
It's an honor to be put in the same category as Holst.
Now I know I'm wasting my time worrying about you. And it's not like I can stop you anyway. I actually hope you keep doing what you do, so I can take it easy in the back.
That's the plan. But I'm pretty sure I've seen you fighting up front with me recently. You even seem to be enjoying yourself.
Me? Enjoying myself? Please. If I'm fighting at the front, it's because I have no other choice. The whole time I'm fighting, I'm wishing I could be cheering everyone on from the sidelines instead. You know, yelling stuff like, "Smash 'em good!" and "Yeah, use those muscles!" That would really inspire our troops, right? And remember, this is me we're talking about.
Sure, you could motivate anyone.
I know, right? Next time, I'll cheer for you too. You'll see how inspiring it can be.
All right, sounds good. I'll keep an ear out. Hey, Holst. You here to train?
That's right. I was just about to get started, in fact.
Perfect. Mind if I join you?
Be my guest. I was only planning on honing the fundamentals, mind you.
Oh, I was actually hoping we could spar a little. I've heard stories about you for as long as I can remember. People say you're the mightiest warrior in all of Leicester, so I thought this would be a good chance to learn a little something about your strength.
I'm afraid you'd likely learn little from such a bout.
What? Why not?
I can't go all out against an ally. When I spar, I have to take care not to kill my partner, unlike in a real fight.
I can live with a few broken bones. Just show me what you've got.
If I do, broken bones will be the least of your worries. I'm well aware of your strength. I'd be in for a world of trouble myself if I held anything back.
So, is there anything I can do to convince you?
If you're that insistent about it, I suppose there is one thing that would change my mind.
You mean if I made a move on Hilda?
Now, why would I want to kill you for that? Don't be ridiculous. But no, that's not what I meant. The only way you'll experience my full might is if you face me as an enemy. After all, there's no greater teacher than the battlefield. The vast majority of what I've learned didn't come from lectures or drills. It came from dancing with death, time and again in the heat of battle. So, what do you say, friend? Care to team up with the enemy and pit your steel against mine?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Oh, so you'd actually consider it. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. You have to keep your options open.
Anyway, for now I can settle for honing the fundamentals alongside an ally.
Wonderful. Shall we begin?
Phew, what a workout. Oh, hey, are you here to train too?
Nah, just grabbing something I forgot earlier. Is this normal training time for you, Leone?
Well, yeah. We've been so busy lately, I've had to squeeze it in whenever I can.
Huh. You work hard. For a mercenary.
I'm just starting out in my career, so I can't afford to slack off now. I only started training as a merc after the Officers' Academy closed, remember? Meanwhile, you were one before you even came to the Academy. You've got years of experience on me.
Still, you're skilled, and you've got brains.
I hope you're right. I have to distinguish myself at some point, or else I won't be able—
You have—
Yep. He visited my village when I was a kid, and I practically begged him to make me his apprentice. I was probably a huge nuisance, but I was so desperate to get out of my village and be independent, Gerald treated me like an annoying little brat at first. But eventually, he taught me for real. He showed me everything. Tricks of the trade, standard training routines, basic strategy. Don't you have a mentor? Someone who showed you the ropes?
A mentor? I do have a mentor, in a sense. You know, someone who occasionally gives me advice and stuff.
That sounds sort of vague, but I guess there can be all kinds of mentors. Either way, you still have loads more experience than me. I need to work hard so I can catch up with you.
Well, if you ever want help from an old pro, just say the word.
Thanks. I'm glad to have a role model I can count on. Hey, you got a minute?
Sure, what do you need? Wait, don't tell me. You're here for some advice from a pro.
Actually, I am. You know how all the top mercenaries have some kind of specialty? Some excel at swordsmanship, some are adept in subterfuge, and so on. Even you have your own special thing, that incredible, mysterious power. Anyway, I was just thinking that I need something like that too.
Mysterious, huh? But yeah, I guess you're not wrong. As for you, Leone, you're really good at being thrifty and managing money. That's a unique skill no other mercenary has.
Come on, are you even taking this seriously? That has nothing to do with my work. Besides, if I made a name for myself because of that, people would just think I'm stingy or greedy.
Well then, what about your bow and arrow skills? People already say you're a master.
I was raised in a hunting village, so yeah, I do know my way around a bow. But a bow and arrow isn't very helpful in the middle of a heated battle, is it? I figure I'll need to do better than that if I want to be a first-rate mercenary.
You can use all kinds of weapons, right? And you can even ride horses.
Sure, I know the basics. But it's more of a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none kind of situation.
That may be the case, but if you look at it from another angle, those skills make you a pretty powerful mercenary.
What do you mean?
You know the fundamentals for everything. There's nothing you're particularly bad at.
Well, yeah, but I'm just average at all of them.
Even so, a mercenary who can do everything decently well would actually be in pretty high demand. Strategically, your options expand significantly if you've got even one person who can react to any change in battle. Meanwhile, mercs with only one specialty are practically useless in some situations.
Like how some people don't know what to do if they get stuck in a role that doesn't suit them.
Exactly. That's why a versatile mercenary who can adapt to anything is a valuable asset.
But then I'm still just an asset. It doesn't sound like that'll earn me a reputation as one of the best.
For that, you just need to keep working hard and improving your skills, yeah? If you're average at everything, then that means you have plenty of room to grow.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Your strength is that you can do anything. So if you keep getting better at everything and end up even a tiny bit above average...
Then I'd shine brighter than any one-trick pony on the battlefield.
And then if you keep showing off all you can do, your name will get around and you'll be one of the best in no time.
I see. Thanks. You've really given me a lot to think about.
Glad to help. Though I wouldn't really call myself first-rate either. So we'll both have to keep working as hard as we can.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll be the best of the best. I bet we'll even get our own special nicknames.
We're beating the Empire in the smaller local battles, yes, but that barely puts a dent in their total power. We can fight all we want, but there's no defeating an army of that size. Is it really responsible of me to keep letting the war drag on like this?
You okay there, Claude? Looks like you have something on your mind. You know, they say you'll get wrinkles if you keep your brow furrowed like that all the time.
Sounds like just the dignified look I need. People always tell me I'm not noble enough.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows young and lively is the way to be.
Really? It would sure be nice if the Round Table would propose strategies that are young and lively. They're all so conservative and selfish. I think a few lines here or there would actually help me fit in.
Really? You know what they say. If you're too set in your ways, it'll set on your face. So whatever you do, just make sure you don't end up some beady-eyed king with a face full of wrinkles.
I just can't win with you, can I?
I think you're missing the point, Claude. What I'm saying is, you should do what you think is right, with enough vigor to blow any creases clean off your face.
Hold on, do you even hear yourself right now? Who knows what would happen to the Alliance if I followed that advice?
You do have a point there, but at least you wouldn't have to worry about those pesky brow wrinkles anymore. And knowing you, Claude, I'm sure you'll find a way to break through this standoff.
You really do have me beat. I feel like you can see straight through me.
It's not hard when your thoughts are written so plainly on your face. All I have to do is read what's there.
Guess I'd better try scrubbing them off then.
As you should.
Honestly, Hilda, I don't know what to do. Is my way really the right path forward? It feels like I'm rejecting everything Lester used to be up until now. Like I'm tearing something important away from the people who need it most. Are you sure you won't regret lighting this fire in me?
I don't know. Maybe I will. I'll probably get mad at you at some point too, but I know how hard you work to keep the Alliance heading in the right direction. You're the smartest leader we've ever had, Claude. If I was a betting girl, I'd say you're gonna come up with the best plan ever, without a doubt.
What's wrong, Leonie? Bad day of hunting got you down?
Come on, Claude. You and I both know bad days don't happen to me. I was just thinking about the situation Lester finds itself in right now.
That's an unusual topic coming from you. Go on.
You know how both Regan and Gloucester territories have been the site of some pretty serious battles during this war? Well, I had the chance to talk to some people who live there, and it turns out their crops for the year are suffering because of it. Some villages even had their fields completely trampled in the struggle. Which, yeah, if that doesn't delay your fieldwork, I don't know what will. Turns out that a lot of them are blaming the leader of the Alliance for what happened, though.
No surprise there. It was my decision to go to war with the Empire, after all. Were it up to me, Lester would never see the flames of battle on its lands again. But things don't always work in absolutes. Now that you mention it, how's San doing? The area managed to stay pretty safe, right?
Thankfully, yeah.
Good. I know you'd be worried to death if something happened to your home.
Hey, Claude, if I'm being honest, I don't really care much about this war. or what kind of relationships the different regions end up having with each other. But I can get behind the future you're fighting for. It's a good one. I can feel it in my gut. Though, that's kinda all I have to go on, since I didn't get the education some of the others did.
I appreciate that, Leonie. And I get that you don't really care about a lot of this stuff. The one thing that matters most in the life of a commoner is what tomorrow's harvest is going to look like. I know that, but those people will get caught in the web I'm spinning for the future all the same. They won't have a choice but to fight.
But...
I know. If we don't fight, more and more innocent people will get struck down as collateral. Even so, there will be sacrifices no matter how much or how little we struggle. And most of those will end up being commoners. I hope you stay on my side all the same, Leonie. And not just for your raw strength as a mercenary. I could use your perspective, too.
My perspective?
Think about it. You met the farmers in our land eye to eye and found out they were upset with me. I could never do that. Not in the position I'm in now.
I guess you're right.
That's why these kinds of things don't get addressed. They never even reach my ears. So I want you to help amplify their voices. Help me hear what the people have to say. As the ruler of Leicester, this is my #1 priority. It's even more important to me than winning the war.
And I'm more than glad to help you accomplish it. You know, you're really not like your run-of-the-mill noble. With a guy like you leading the Alliance, Leicester will be a better place. I just know it.
I know you're a clever girl, Hilda, and you just had some bad luck this time. But even if you delegate the job to another, the ultimate responsibility still lies with you. So you need to be careful.
I know. I'm sorry.
Then take that responsibility and finish this. Though this much is going to be difficult alone. Ah, Marianne, come here.
Of course. What do you need?
I want you to help Hilda.
Alright. I can do that.
Thank you. Now get to it, you two.
Boy, you really blew it this time, Hilda. This isn't like you at all. Sorry you got dragged into this, Marianne.
No, it's alright. So, what should I do?
Could I ask you to organize all the weapons and armor here by type? I'm going to start with separating the useful stuff from the broken stuff. I was apparently supposed to put each category of item into a different box and take them all to storage, but the message got lost somewhere along the way, which is why everything's now in this giant pile.
I understand.
How are you doing over there, Marianne? What the? This is even worse than before!
Yes, I'm sorry. I tried to be very specific with how I separated things, but it got a bit out of hand.
Hilda, Marianne, I'm coming to check on your progress, and I had better be impressed.
Oh shoot! She's coming! Quick, shove all of this stuff under a rug or something!
Ladies, correct me if my eyes are mistaken, but this is in even worse shape than when I first left.
I'm sorry, Judith. It's all my fault. I had everything arranged just like you wanted. But then, whoops, I tripped and crashed into the pile and everything sort of went everywhere.
I see. Hilda, when I told you to take responsibility for your tasks, I didn't mean you had to burden yourself with absolutely everything.
Right, got it. I'll definitely be more careful.
Well, why don't the two of you take a short break? This mess clearly isn't going anywhere.
I'm so sorry, Hilda. This is all my fault.
Don't worry about it. I mean, it's actually my fault in the first place, you know? Come on, let's go take that break. I need a cup of tea in a bad way.
All right. Thank you, Hilda.
Anyone here? Oh, Hilda. Perfect. I am, aren't I? Now, what do you need?
I was thinking about getting another round of practice in, but I need a partner. And here you stand. So what do you say?
What? But it's so late.
Yes, but I just thought up a fantastic move, and I need to try it out or I'll never be able to sleep.
Yeah, but I've already bathed, and I really don't want to get all sweaty and gross again.
Wait, is that you? You smell amazing.
I know! I use floral oils. I've got a whole bunch of them, and I mix and match based on the situation or just, you know, mood.
Wow, that's impressive.
I bet you're wondering why I'd go to all that trouble, right? Well, scent is very important. One whiff of something nice can turn a person's entire day around.
I get that, but I don't really think it's for me. I'm always training or hunting or something, and the constant sweat would probably wash it right off.
Which is exactly why you should use floral scents. Then you'll smell like a delightful bouquet and not some kind of hog farmer. I mean, you're cute already, but you could be the whole package if you just leaned into it.
You think I'm cute? No one's ever said that to me before. Or anything even remotely like it, actually.
You know what? Let's just do it. Come to my tent. That's where I keep the stash.
I really don't think this is for me.
Oh, don't be silly. It is absolutely for you.
No, really. Besides, I have to go practice that move.
Well, too bad. But I'll come find you tomorrow, okay? Oh, this is so exciting.
Wait, I don't think I actually agreed to anything. Never mind. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yup. Just a little bit of effort and she'll really be the whole package.
I don't know about this. Did I use too much? I don't not like it, but I'm also not sure it smells good, exactly.
Hey, Leonie, what are you... Wait. Oh, you wore the oil! You smell so good!
It's amazing you noticed so quickly. Still, it smells different from the one you were wearing the other day. Did I do it right?
Oh, for sure. And yeah, that's a scent I whipped up specifically for you. I mean, I could have just given you one of mine, but I knew there was a scent out there that would suit you perfectly. So I tried all sorts of different things to make the perfect Eau de Leonie. That's for you and only you. It's the only one like it in the entire world.
That feels so fancy. And while I appreciate all the trouble you went through to make it, I still don't think it's for me. I'm sorry. I feel so bad about all of this.
Oh, don't worry. I mean, sure, it's the only one like it in the world, but it's not actually valuable or anything. I just wanted to put my heart into making something specifically for you. I think you're really special. So I wanted you to have something special. Oh my gosh, it sounds like I'm proposing to you or something. Anyway, you get the idea, right?
Well, in that case, maybe I'll just wear it on special occasions.
That would be great. Oh hey, there's actually something I've been wanting to try with my oils. Think you could help me out?
I can't very well say no after all that.
Yes! Okay, so here's the plan. First, you and I each wear a different scent at the same time. Then, when we're out together, they'll mix and create an even better scent.
Huh. That's actually a pretty clever idea, Hilda.
I know, right?
Then again, I'm not sure how I feel about the idea of our scents intermingling.
Then just don't think about it.
Too late. It's all I can think about now, and it definitely feels weird. Yep, weird's the word.
Well, now I feel weird. But you're still gonna help me out, right?
You know what? Sure. I'm kind of curious to see how all this plays out.
My, if it isn't Marianne. How is the fine maiden today?
Oh, Lawrence. I'm all right, thank you.
Off to the chapel again? Your devotion never ceases to amaze me.
Yes, I am.
Tell me, do you regret taking part in this war? I was most surprised to hear you were joining our forces, so if you are overexerting yourself for whatever such reason...
I'm not, and I wouldn't say I regret it either.
Hmm?
I had no other choice. When the Officers' Academy shut down, my adoptive father insisted I join the army. I wasn't given the opportunity to say no.
I see. So it is by the will of Margrave Edmund that you're with us?
Yes.
I can only presume he did so as a show of his loyalty to the cause, considering he cannot make much use of his own soldiers. Yet, you do not seem entirely on board with the concept. Are you sure this is what you want? If need be, I would be glad to contact your father and sort this out for you.
Just stop. I'm fine with this. It's not like I have anywhere else to go anyway. This is the only option I have. So please, just leave me be.
Marianne, we are living through an era of immense change. This great war has entangled the three eminent powers in Fodlan, and will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on the continent at large. Leicester cannot stay the way it is now. No, it must not.
Why are you telling me all this?
Listen carefully, Marianne. I believe this moment in time to be a wonderful opportunity for you to turn a new leaf. I, too, feel pressure to do the same, and I have spent my days reacting in kind. Why don't you and I welcome in this new era together, as changed people?
If only it were that easy. Perhaps things wouldn't be such a struggle. I'm sorry. I will continue to be as I always have. All I can do is pray, if you'll excuse me.
It's already so late. Time sure does fly when you're studying battle strategies. I should get back to my room. It's already almost pitch black out, though. The sun's been setting earlier these days. What was that? It sounds like a man? Probably just Raphael. I've heard him talk about how he trains at night. I'm sure of it. I can't believe I let him scare me like that. I should just ignore him and focus on making my way back.
It's so dark.
Oh, hey Lysithia. What are you doing out here so late?
I was off on my own studying tactics, but then it got really late before I knew it.
Tactics, huh? That stuff just doesn't click with me.
It's difficult for everyone at first, but I assure you the field is rather fun once you get the hang of it. Rather important, too. Determining how to shape your strategy, what formation to put your units in. There are so many moving parts to the subject that once I start thinking about it, I just get lost in my thoughts for hours on end.
Wow, you must be really smart.
And I can't hold a candle to you when it comes to manual labor. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses. We should focus on what we're good at so we can complement each other's abilities.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm gonna have to train even more.
Hold on, weren't you just training? It's good to be motivated, but you're gonna bother people if you keep making such weird noises in the middle of the night.
Huh? I didn't train today.
You didn't?
Nope. I always let my muscles rest the day after a rough workout. And let me tell you, yesterday was a rough one. If I go too hard, I go easy the next day, which lets me go even harder the day after that. You got your day off today, muscles, so you better be ready for the pain tomorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna get to bed so I can be ready. You should try to get some shut-eye too, Lysithia.
So that wasn't Raphael? Then who was making those scary noises?
Oh boy, I think I'm in over my head here.
Not often I see you sigh, Raphael. What's wrong?
Oh, Leone! I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you have a second to answer a question about bow making?
Sure, go ahead. But you do know that all our bows are pre-supplied to us, right?
No, I get that. Problem is, the ones they give us can't hold up to my muscles. Even if I draw the string back really carefully, the bow still ends up snapping in half.
You snap bows in half? That really shouldn't be possible.
Anyway, I'm trying to make a bow that I can use in place of the ones I keep busting, but I can't seem to get it right.
Well, you've come to the right gal. Give it here.
Thanks, Leone.
Okay, so it's much quicker to reinforce an existing bow instead of trying to make one from scratch. First, you wrap this around here and flex it like so. Then on the opposite end... And there you have it. I used animal tendons, which will absorb the force you place on the bow and make it even more pliant. This should be flexible enough to withstand even the burliest of your pulls.
Oh, wow, look at that! I'm pulling with everything I've got, and it's just fine! Thanks, Leone.
You're very welcome. But say, you're still pretty new to the bow, right?
Yep, but I want to get better, because using it makes my muscles happy.
In that case, I have an idea. I'm currently on guard duty, which means chasing off random bandits and monsters whenever I see them. Why don't you come with me on my next patrol? It'll be a great way to test your new weapon.
Oh, that would be great! You're really incredible, Leone. No one can beat you when it comes to bow stuff.
Well, I was born in a hunting village, so I guess it's sort of my thing. I imagine you've got different talents that just come naturally to you, right? And if I ever find myself struggling with one of your specialties, I'm sure you'll help me out.
You bet! You ever need a hand with food or workouts? I'm the man for you.
Yeah, I'm a card-carrying member of the Clean Plate Club, so I don't need help in the eating department.
Well then, just come to me if you ever want to put a little beef on your bod.
As I told you before, I do not have a crest.
Why do you insist on hiding it? It can only mean your crest is somehow...
Please stop.
What's going on here?
Lysithea.
What were you saying about crests? Go on. I study them every day without fail, so this is extremely relevant to my interests. I do hope you have proof of your theory, though. Spewing out unfounded platitudes will just lead to consequences you definitely don't want. I might not look it, but I'm a general in this army.
Ah, well, we were just finishing our conversation. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Thank you, Lysithea.
Think nothing of it. I stepped in of my own accord. You appear to hold a secret or two regarding Crest.
Well...
No need to answer. We all have things we prefer to keep hidden. Still, your situation hits rather close to home for me. Perhaps too close.
What?
So if you ever need assistance, don't hesitate to ask. We secret keepers need to hold strong with each other after all. Oh, and I'm not saying this because I pity you. But you clearly find your secret painful. In light of this, maybe I've been a bit too harsh on you in the past.
Oh no, you haven't been harsh at all. I'm merely envious of how strong and level-headed you always appear to be. I never would have guessed you hold a closely guarded secret just as I do.
I'm not gonna tell you, if that's what you're after.
Yes, I suspected as much. Still, perhaps you would be willing to hear mine one day? I feel like being around you gives me the courage to finally set it free.
I would be happy to hear you out, and also to help rectify the situation if possible. I know quite a bit about Crest's scholarship. That fool talking to you earlier couldn't hold a candle to me.
Thank you, Lysithea. I already feel a little bit braver.
I'm offering you the full
I mean a lot. I know I'm going to feel a lot braver.
There you are, Ignatz.
Hello, Lysithea. Do you need something?
I wanted to thank you for your actions in our skirmish earlier. You blocked the enemy's approach, which allowed me to maintain my position on the battlefield. I'm very...
Oh, you don't need to thank me. Protecting comrades is all part of the job when you're a knight.
At first, I thought knighthood would prove to be a task beyond your ability, but you've turned out to be surprisingly dependable. Didn't you come from a merchant family?
I sure did.
Then if I may, why have you chosen to become a knight instead of taking over the family business?
Because I'm the second son. My older brother is going to take over the business. My father wanted me to become a knight so I could help my brother that way. It was a lot to deal with, but in the end, I'm pretty happy with how it all turned out.
It's quite commendable to choose a future based on your family's wishes.
Oh, it's not so impressive.
Your family must have been ecstatic when you were knighted.
I suppose they were.
To be honest, I am envious of you.
You are?
I am. I haven't been able to do anything for my own mother and father yet. I hope to be as strong as you and do something equally wonderful for my parents one day.
You're very considerate of your parents, Lysithea. And I know how hard you work when you set your mind to something, so I'm sure you can do this too. Yes, well, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
That is to say, I certainly will. Thank you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really should be going. The work of a knight is never done, after all.
I need to speak with you, Ignatz.
Ah! Oh! Lysithea! You gave me quite the scare there.
Do you remember last time we spoke about our parents?
When you told me how you wanted to do something for them. Yes, I remember. Does that mean there's something I can help with?
No. However, the way you acted when we spoke has been weighing on me. I got the impression you are somehow pushing yourself too far.
No, I'm not. What?
There it is again. Something is going on with you, and I think I know just what it is. You wanted to take over the family business along with your brother, didn't you?
Huh? I mean, no. I never wanted to do that. I'm, not really suited for the life of a merchant.
Really? And yet you know so much about paintings, silverware, tea, and other kinds of merchandise. Well, it seems I have miscalculated. I thought you became a knight solely due to your family's wishes.
You're not wrong about that. I mean, wait! That's not what I meant!
Aha! So there is something you'd rather be doing.
Well, yes.
Set your worries aside, Ignatz. I have a proposal.
You do?
Yes. You should come to Ardelia territory and get started on what you truly want to do. I can arrange for you to come and go as you please. And we may even be able to provide you with other forms of assistance as necessary.
Really? Well, I'm certainly happy to hear that, but can it wait until the war is over? I still have a job to finish as a knight. I'd feel bad for Lawrence if I just threw all of that away. I mean, he's the one who nominated me after all.
You always take your responsibilities so seriously. Do you never put yourself first? Still, I suppose that is a rather admirable trait. Very well then. I will wait until the war is over. Until then, hold on to your dreams, okay?
I will, Lysithea. And thank you. I feel like a new light is starting to shine on my life.
I don't know what will happen to Ardelia territory when the war ends. Still, if I end up a commoner, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to help him start his new merchant business. That is what he wanted to do, right?
You know, I don't think I've ever seen you miss.
Balthus, you've been training a lot lately.
I can't have people thinking that all I'm good for is getting drunk and begging for gold, yeah?
The problem will go away if you stop doing those things.
Ha! You sure don't hold back, pal. Your words pierce my heart as sure as if you'd shot them from your bow.
Could have fooled me.
Hey, I was being serious. My heart's got more holes than an old pair of boots. But it only adds to the allure if I don't let that show, yeah?
Oh, I can't argue with that. Assuming it's true.
Right? Looks like you're finally starting to see my good side. I gotta say, the compliments have been pretty one-sided up till now. You're tough, skilled, determined, a stellar gambler and drinker, straightforward and humble too. You're so perfect, I don't know what to do with myself.
That's your business. Anyhow, there's not much for me to praise in return. You can't gamble or drink to save your life. You're more pig-headed than determined. And it's impossible to tell fact from fiction where you're concerned. But at least I can count on you on the battlefield. You're a skilled fighter.
Oh, that's it? Skilled? That's harsh.
Would you rather I lie?
Nah, I wouldn't expect that from you anyway. I guess it's true what they say. A person's strengths only matter in the eye of the beholder.
Look at that. I'll have to add occasionally says semi-intelligent things to my evaluation.
Can't you just cut me a break and say I'm smart?
If only it were true.
Oh, come on. Guess it's back to the drawing board. Just you wait. I'm gonna earn your respect.
I'm sure you can do anything you put your mind to. I won't hold my breath, though.
You never ease up, do you? Always gotta get in that parting shot.
My instruction comes at a high price. Don't neglect your daily studies.
There's no time to waste.
Allow me to aid you in battle.
Here I come.
We can win this! Come on!
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Underestimated me.
Sterling work. I've got something to report. I need help, please.
We managed to contain things here.
I beg of you, help! Hey, it's me.
You shall pay for this, you hear?
Thank you. I'll repay you somehow. What a nuisance!
Let me help you.
I'm unsatisfied. I will grow even stronger.
Talk about momentum. You're unstoppable.
Ha! That was a piece of cake.
Just look at...
I must...
Another trick.
That you, Claude? What are you doing in a place like this?
Oh, hey. I'm not up to much. Just shirking my duties for a little bit.
Your plan's going well, huh? We've managed to corral most of the Imperial forces that are still in the Alliance.
Everything's moving like clockwork. At this rate, it won't be long before we've finished off the entire enemy force.
You don't seem too happy about it. Hasn't this whole war been unfolding exactly the way you thought it would?
So far, yeah. But it's not over yet. Unless we find a way to stop them, the Empire is going to make another play for the Great Bridge of Murden. And when that happens, we'll be taking on Count Bergliez himself. It'll be a brutal fight, no matter how many angles we try to play. And even if we pull it off, what then? Do we invade the Empire or just stay on the defensive? We don't know what's going on with the Kingdom and the Church. And the Almirans could decide to drop in on us again at any time. There are limits to how far I can map things out. But the Alliance won't survive unless I account for every possibility. I'm dancing as fast as I can here, but there's no end in sight. And these feet are starting to get tired.
You don't have to shoulder all that weight by yourself. I'm sure we can figure out a plan if everyone puts their heads together.
Now, there's an idea. Hey, would you be willing to hash it out with me?
Me? Oh, I'm not sure there's anything all that useful knocking around in my head.
Speak for yourself. I, for one, have plenty of wisdom to share. Perhaps I should grant you some?
I probably won't be much help, but on the off chance I do get a flash of inspiration, I'll be sure to let you know.
Excuse me? I've placed myself at your disposal, yet you claim there's only an off chance that I'd have a good idea? I'd appreciate a little more credit.
You know, I'm really glad you're the one who hired me, Claude. You've got vision. You think about all these things that had never even occurred to me. Plus, I know you'll always pay me on time.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Sorry to make you listen to all my griping. But you know what? I feel a bit better now. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to let it all out now and then.
Well, if all you need is someone to vent to, I'm here. I'll even give you a real good rate on it.
Wait, you're charging me for this? You mercenaries sure know how to bleed a guy dry, don't you?
We have to win, no matter what.
Everyone ready?
No do-overs here. Keep that guard up.
Looks like that's it for us.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
I beg of you, help! It's under our control. It's finished.
I can't let you show me up. All would be lost if I were to die here.
Give it a go.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry. We'll be taking this now. When I'm satisfied, I will grow even stronger.
Talk about romantic. You're unstoppable.
I have to get out of here!
I will bring you down for the future of the Empire. Who will challenge me?
Shall we take up position here? I'm not going to die yet.
Sterling work. This victory brings us one step closer to a brighter future.
I'm
Not gonna.
Hey there!
look forward to a worthy...
Here I come.
Let's get to it.
Let us forge a path to victory.
It's under our control. We'll be taking this now. Onward! It's finished.
You're the cream of the cream!
Shall we take up position here?
We brought it safely under our control.
I've got a real bad feeling about this.
Into the fray!
No problem. I got it.
It's under our control.
Let's move out!
We can't let it end like this.
Bring it down! Bring it down!
Now is our chance. With me. Let's move.
Just in time. We could use a hand.
I've got something to report. I need help, please. Happy to help.
Walk through the battlefield.
Nothing to report.
It'll be okay. Now is the time to stand our ground.
Look at me go! This is it! Look at me go! Nothing to report!
My strength is yours.
We've got a strong on this stronghold.
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
What a nuisance! Death will be your penance! Out of my way!
There is no path my blade cannot forge.
I didn't... Not gonna...
This pop...
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Time to work you into shape.
Never a dull moment.
Because we're older now, and much stronger. A rampage like when we were kids would endanger the entire area.
We tried. That's what matters.
This...
Can't.
I didn't...
Can't.
Very not.
Time to work you into shape.
More I can do. More I can do. There's nothing to...
Can't wait to see how you do.
Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon.
Greetings. Don't pass this by. Hello there. Nothing but the best for you. Nothing but the best for you. Thanks a bunch.
Everyone ready?
I won't let you down. We'll be taking this now.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Retreat!
You underestimated me.
Happy to help. Sterling work.
I've got a real bad feeling about this.
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
Here we go!
It'll be okay. You shall pay for this. You hear?
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
Watch closely.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
I've got a real bad feeling about this.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough. I'll relieve you.
No problem. I get
into the fray. I got this.
Nice.
Your luck's run out. Got this.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
Leave it to me.
I typically do not show my back to the enemy, but when needs must.
We're here to assist you.
It's under our control.
I'll take over.
I
Face my comrades after this.
I've got a real bad feeling about this.
You shall pay for this. You hear?
Clear out. Face me if you dare. My apologies. I claim this land.
This victory brings us one step closer to a brighter future.
This pop.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll do my best.
I've got this. Here I come. I'll show you how my hard work has paid off.
I hope I can be of some use.
I'll be capturing this now. Thanks.
This is all my fault.
Watch closely.
Can't let it end like this.
I'll go in front.
Going for it!
Shall we take up position here? Good. We've gained control.
Sorry, but I gotta fall back.
You really want to see what happens when I take things seriously, don't you? Looks like that's it for us.
Hooray! That sweet smell of success. We can skip my turn, you know.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
This place is ours now.
I'll fight too. We faced it.
This battle will make a fine stage for my debut.
Probably best to hold this position, right? It looks like the battle's turned in the enemy's favor. We have to stem the tide.
Is this all right?
Let's keep this victory streak going.
Lord Ferdinand, I've brought an envoy from the Alliance.
Allow me to introduce myself, sir. My name is Holst Sigisvald Goneril.
It is an honor to meet you. Even those of us from the Empire have heard tales of your valor. I am Ferdinand von Eyre, and this army is under my command.
I come as a representative for the Leicester Alliance. I'm sure you can guess what I'm planning to say.
You are here to ask for our surrender, I take it.
Your army is surrounded with no hope of victory or retreat. There would be no dishonor in laying down your arms.
So the Empire declined our terms? I guess that's not a complete surprise.
It was as if he didn't even consider the possibility. Perhaps he'd have regarded it an affront to his pride as a noble of the Empire.
He's really willing to throw away the lives of those who serve him just for that?
Actually, his troops' morale seemed unexpectedly high. I believe they've steeled themselves for a fight to the death. Not without exception, of course. One of his officers was hiding under a table, and I noticed some dispirited soldiers about their camp.
Hiding under a table? That has to be Bernadetta. I mean, who else could it be? I wonder if she'd hear us out.
Since we couldn't convince Ferdinand to give up on this desperate last stand, we have no choice but to give him what he wants. If we win this battle, the Alliance will finally be back to where it was before the Empire invaded. No matter who you face on the battlefield, hold nothing back. Hit them with everything you've got. My time to shine.
I've got this.
They've got nowhere to run. We must force the enemy generals to surrender.
It was quite brilliant to surround them like this, Claude. And it could not have been accomplished without my father.
Our escape route has been cut off. There must be some way to break through.
Would you give it up already? You only keep losing troops if you... Huh? Wait, that's...
Did we make it in time? The situation doesn't look great, but we've still got a job to do.
We'll cut a path for you. Follow us.
You're Ferdinand, right? We've secured an escape route. Hurry, get your troops out of here.
The mercenary company. You have my gratitude. Everyone, proceed to the escape route at once.
Captain Gerald! Oh no. I really don't want to do this, but I can't let them get away.
The entire army will crumble if I am defeated. I must retreat with everyone else, regardless of what happens.
I can't do this anymore. I've got to make sure everyone gets away. Is Bernadetta the sniper? Perhaps we should use the information we obtained about the enemy's formations. Where are these arrows coming from? We'll never catch up to the enemy if we don't stop them.
We'll show them how determined we are.
The path is shut.
The enemy is over there. Let us finish this.
The Alliance forces are in disarray. Now is our chance, Lord Ferdinand.
They found me! Stay away!
I had a
feeling it was you, Bernadetta. You don't seem to be willing to listen in that state.
The enemy doesn't seem that interested in fighting. We may be able to convince her to surrender.
Forward, march!
Bernadetta, could you maybe stop fighting?
Wait, what? No, I'm not ready to die. Please, don't murder me.
Captain Gerald, I leave the rest to you. I will rally the troops who have managed to withdraw.
Captain, we should join the front line as well. We must save as many soldiers as we can.
There you go. Getting all worked up again. But I guess our pay will get docked if we just stand around.
Now we can focus on pursuing them. Wait, something's happening in the central area. What is that?
You will not go any further.
So that's the Ashen Demon, huh? Don't engage them if you can help it. Focus on stopping the Imperial troops.
Is that... Did he leave the Knights of Saros?
I won't run away!
We considerably weakened the mercenaries. All that's left is to catch Ferdinand.
I did it. I think...
I can't let you show me up.
We can advance now. Forward!
You're more capable than I expected.
We must prioritize the Imperial troops. There is no need to engage if you're having difficulties.
I know we were told not to engage, but isn't this a great opportunity to see how much you've grown?
The escape point is before us. Go, everyone! I will provide you with backup. They've turned their attention back to us. We must cut a path once more.
You can count on me.
We can't let our blockade fall apart. We need reinforcements.
Sorry, but our fight ends here.
And let them slip away like it was nothing.
If you're with the Alliance army, then I'm here to stop you.
Caught up to me, but I shall not surrender here. Lawrence, my apologies, but I do not have time to trade barbs or blows with you right now.
That is most unfortunate. I cannot allow you to escape.
Everyone, retreat! Get as far as you can! I will hold them off. So this is where it ends.
Lord Ferdinand, please retreat. I will hold them off. I promised Her Majesty that I would protect you at all costs, and I intend to see that promise through.
Edelgard truly made you promise such a thing? But I cannot very well abandon you here.
If we lose you, we lose the whole army. Please go, so that everyone might live.
I'm sorry. The rest is in your hands.
At least Lord Ferdinand got away. Your Majesty, if only I could have seen you one last.
Their general escaped, but we struck a blow to the Imperial Army nonetheless. I'd call this a victory.
Well, we did it.
Yet you're still the saddest looking fighter in camp. Why the long face?
Because we only barely got the job done. Everything else was a miserable failure. Sure, we routed the Imperial Army and forced Geralt and his mercenaries to retreat. But we let Ferdinand get away in the process. And if that wasn't bad enough, I failed to beat the Ashen Demon. Basically, we lost in nearly every way you can lose.
Wrong. You were hired to do a job, and you did it. And in the process, you've received a valuable reminder about the unique danger the Ashen Demon poses.
You're right. I can't believe one fighter could turn the tide of an entire battle like that.
Precisely. They're surely going to continue standing in our way, so do try to dig a little deeper the next time you square off.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks for the chat. Yeah, not bad.
Did I...
Did you manage to find Ferdinand and his troops?
No, but I spotted tracks that suggest they fled toward Garreg Mach.
So they've given up on the southern route and are making their way back to the Empire by circling west. It won't be easy to catch them now.
I'm just relieved that Ferdinand is still alive.
I must admit, I am too.
Yeah, same here. I just wish we could have caught him, though. Knowing Ferdinand, he's gonna think the only way to redeem himself is by attacking us again.
Well, if he does, I'll just chase him away. I'll send that guy packing as many times as we need.
I'm more worried about Geralt and his mercenaries.
I'm with you on that.
Right. Ferdinand would have never escaped if Geralt's people weren't covering him. I suspect this won't be the last we see of them. We can't let their smaller numbers lull us into a false sense of security. That's a surefire way to get beaten. On the bright side, we've taken down most of what was left of the Imperial Army's invasion force. I think it's fair to say the Alliance has officially made it to the other side of this crisis. Great work, everyone.
May I ask what our next move is, my lord?
Well, as you know, the Empire is currently locked in battle with the Kingdom of Fargus. With fronts to the east and the west, the Empire is stretched thin. They've been forced to divide their army. I'd be curious to hear what my favorite mercenary thinks. What would your next move be?
As the brains of this duo, I'll take this one. The answer couldn't be clearer. Attack the enemy's homeland.
We should cross the Great Bridge of Myrddin and mount an assault on Empire territory. If we move in now, we'll have a real shot at winning.
Exactly what I was thinking. We should seize the initiative and strike before the Emperor and Count Bergliez can muster a response.
I agree. They attacked us first, so we're fully justified in the retaliation. What's more, if we can claim House Bergliez's farmlands for ourselves, then the Alliance should be sitting pretty for a century to come.
Isn't Count Bergliez known for his incredible strength?
He may be Adrestia's mightiest warrior, but at the end of the day, he's still just one man. The Empire's invasion of Leicester has failed. That crack in their armor is just the opening we need to strike.
If victory means peace for the Alliance, I'm all for it. I won't lose to this Count, no matter how tough he is.
I'm sure if we don't take this opportunity, it won't be long before the Empire regroups and attacks us again.
I don't approve of this at all. Surely the Alliance army is already exhausted from fighting multiple battles.
So many of our soldiers are wounded. We should give them time to rest and recover.
If our attacks were to somehow fail, then the Alliance would be plunged right back into crisis. And need I remind you, the next time the Empire knocks on our metaphorical door, we will not be able to employ the same tricks again.
We won't fail. I'll handle Count Bergles myself, and I will vanquish him.
But, Holst, can you really afford to be away from our territory for so long?
My, this conversation's certainly gotten heated. Do I sense another round table meeting in the works?
Seems like this kind of decision would need one of those conferences, huh?
That's how it goes around here, yeah. I guess we'll just have to table this discussion until then.
I've returned, Father.
Yes.
Father, between your feigned betrayal and surprise attack at the Great Bridge, your leadership in this war has been nothing short of exceptional. However, I must ask why you felt it necessary to exclude me from your plans. I could have assisted you had I only known your intentions.
No. If Deirdre had fallen, House Gloucester would have remained a loyal vassal to the Empire. There was no need for you to share the stigma of that betrayal. I wanted your hands to remain clean. You are, after all, the heir to the noble House Gloucester.
Father.
But I will tell you this. Claude von Regan is dangerous. In this matter, I allowed him to inveigle me into going along with his scheme. And what was born of this plan of his? Much of our domain became a battlefield, its citizens exposed to considerable peril.
That seems a small price to pay considering all we have gained.
An Alliance leader who dismisses any amount of suffering is unfit to bear the title. I am convinced that Claude will never understand this.
Now, that is not necessarily...
Listen to me, Lawrence. I am done obeying that reckless child.
You cannot mean to secede from the Alliance.
No, of course not. I intend to yield my title.
What?
Claude may be the one to save our Alliance, but I refuse to serve under him all the same. You, however, are much more adept at dealing with his particular style of leadership. Would you not agree?
You are proposing I become head of this house? Are you certain?
Lawrence, my son, I have long forced you to uphold my own ideals. That, too, ends today. Going forward, you shall act in accordance with your own beliefs. My only stipulation is that you never forget your duty to protect the common folk and always consider their best interests.
You have my word. I stand both honored and humbled to accept the countship of House Gloucester.